Every multicellular organism grows, whether it's me or this plant.
By cell division, mitosis.
But in mitosis, each daughter cell gets the same genetic code as the mother cell.
Each cell is the same?
That's right.
Well then, how does a root know to grow as a root, and a leaf as a leaf? How does each cell know which way to grow if they all start off the same?
They must get different information from their environment, so they grow differently.
That's right. We say the cells are differentiated. Cells in different parts of an organism take on specialized tasks based on information they receive from their neighboring cells and their environment.
Root tip cells keep growing roots that anchor the plant and absorb nutrients.
And the leaf cells in the sunlight get busy with photosynthesis. That's their specialty.
What are some other specialized functions of differentiated cells?
Movement and strength in muscle cells.
Reaction and response in nerve cells.
Structure and support in the stem cells of a plant. Which leads to one more thing. Many plant cells can actually reverse the process of differentiation.
Yeah. Because if you put that stem into water, more roots will start to grow, and not more stem.
That's right. A whole new plant will grow out of those original stem cells.
Isn't that called cloning?
It sure is. Clone comes from the Greek word that refers to a plant cutting. It means that a single cell can produce an entire new organism. Biotechnology in agriculture uses tissue cloning to increase food production and protect existing strains of food plants.
What you see around you is canola. What you see in the fields driving down the road about the middle of June, the bright yellow colors, basically is all canola. We use canola mostly for eating oils. The canola you cook your French fries in, the oil you put on your salad is all canola oil, or a great majority of it. We'd like to think it's all canola oil, but it's not quite. Other uses for canola are plastics. Some of the park benches you see out there now are made from different types of canola oil, as well as some high-speed lubricants.
What sort of research do you do on the canola plants here?
Well, basically the research we look at, Tanya, is to benefit the farmer. The farmer's always looking for increases in things like yield, or hardiness of their crop, or resistance to disease or pests.
How do you derive the characteristics from the plants that you want?
Well, conventionally, you use breeding, where you take a plant like this guy here and cross it to a plant, any one of these, containing traits of interest. What we do is we take these cells in the lab, the pollen grains, and we isolate them and we trick them into forming a new plant. Now, in the appropriate liquid media and a little bit of heat stress, these pollen grains will, instead of forming a pollen grain itself, back up and start on a new developmental path and form a plantlet. If you look in culture, that plant looks very much like a germinating seed. It has a little baby root and two little cotyledons that you'd expect to see in canola, because canola is what they call a dicot. Once we get to that stage, then we take those little plantlets and we put them in some solid media, and they grow roots and little shoots and eventually form a whole new little plant.